Okay, the first lesson is going to be making Christmas cards at home. And the supplies that you're going to need are cardstock, white, black, or blue, some acrylic paint, Christmas colors, a pencil, scissors, and a paintbrush, and an old toothbrush. We're going to show you how to recycle some paper to make your own cards, and we are going to show you how to let it snow. Okay, we're now going to make our own Christmas cards, and I'm going to show you how to use maybe what you have at home. If you've invested in some cardstock, and I'm going to pick blue, you can fold it in half, and actually what you want to do is you want to see what envelopes you have at home. And I'm going to show you how to measure those off. So this is one I happen to have, and so I decided that my card needed to be longer. And so I'm going to place this envelope, and I'm going to do it where it's a little over the edge on both sides like this. And I'm going to hold it down and draw it off, and then I'm going to cut it out. So this is going to be the envelope that I'm going to use to mail my Christmas card. And you're going to want to cut on this side of the black line. Don't necessarily want to see that black line. And you could probably use a pencil. We're using Sharpie so that the home audience can see it a little bit better. So you're going to cut this out, and we're actually going to build a snowman because we need some snow, and that's the fun part. That's the part that you're just going to love. So now this is the card that will fit in my envelope later, and I'm so hoping that you all will use this sweet project so that you can make some Christmas cards for your relatives. So now we're gonna draw a snowman, and I happen to have one here that I'm going to use as a guide. And these are really easy because they're just circles. So we're going to draw a smaller circle at the top, and I'm going to leave a little space here for his scarf so they don't have to touch necessarily, and a bigger circle there. And then a larger circle, and I probably made him a little bit too fat right here, but who cares? Hey, that's the way it goes. And I'm not going to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it. And as far as the hat goes, you know what? It can be, you can do a little cap with the little pom-pom at the top if you want to, and or a little Santa hat or whatever. But anyway, so you can paint these, and the blue background really shows up good with the white, and but we've got some other options for you, and that is if you use white paper or white cardstock, you would actually probably not have to paint the snowman. You would actually be painting or working on the outside, so that the white paper then becomes your snowman. Now I'm not going to paint all this in. I'm just going to show you the technique. See how I've got a little blue right here? So I'm just going to touch the edge of my brush and put a little blue there. And this is the shadowy side of this snowman. So we're going to put him a little light blue there. And I'll just go ahead and do his face too, because I need to show you how to use the other end of your paintbrush to do his little features. So we're gonna. Now, if you're at home doing this too, you would probably use a pencil and not a Sharpie, and you wouldn't see that black line, those black lines. So a little bit of blue here too. And down here, I'm going to put this in, go ahead and paint this in white too, because I want to show you, because we need to land this snowman. He needs to, instead of looking like he's floating up in the air, we need to put him on a mound of snow. So we'll go ahead and paint this. I know you all would do a better job of painting these. All right, now we need to set him down on a mound of snow. So we're going to touch our brush, put a little blue there, and just kind of set him down on a mound of snow. Okay, and work on his little hat. Okay, now when you get to his little features, you're going to take the other end of your brush and dip it in black, and you don't want it to be a circle, because these are little coal eyes. So you just kind of work it around. And it's just touch, touch, touch. I'll go ahead and do the ones down this way. And then we'll go back in and do his little scarf. And we're going to have this one blowing in the wind a little bit. So we're going to go up here and then down here. And now for his little nose. And if you watched Miss Jennifer's color segment, if you don't have orange, you now know how to make it. Now I pretended that I didn't have all the paints that I needed for this project, but I usually, you can count on black, so I went ahead and decided that I would do his little arms in black. So there's our little snowman. And if you want to add polka dots to his little hat, you do it the same way. You just clean the end of your brush off, and you would dip it in white, and then, you know, make him some polka dots. But I'm going to show you some other alternatives too. Now this isn't complete, because you need to do what every person who receives a card from a kid is going to want. There is nothing finer than to get a card in the mail that a child has made. But what's even finer is the sweet message that they leave inside. So you can end this one with "Let it snow" as your heading, maybe. Just a suggestion, and then you write your sweet message here. And don't just write just "Merry Christmas," and don't just write "Let it snow." I mean, really put a personal message in here, especially if you've got some grandparents or aunts and uncles, or whoever is maybe self-isolating because of the COVID virus. You're going to want to write a whole lot more. You can also use Prismacolors if you have just white paper. If you don't have the paints, you can still do the drawing, and you can use your Prismacolors. So now the last part is this, but I also wanted to show you, because I love black paper, because everything kind of just shows up great. This would be a cardstock that already came with a matching envelope. And so I'm gonna snow this one too, the same time I snow this one. I'm not gonna fill in the stuff, because you've already seen how to do that. But this is also another color that if you use Prismacolors on this, you don't need to paint it, and you can add your own snowflakes and do whatever. Now you will be limited on how you write in here, because obviously black on black doesn't work. So you'd want to glue a little piece of white paper in here so that you can write your sweet little message. So now what we're going to do is we're going to snow. We're going to make it snow. So the way you do that is you want to get a box. You want to find a box that Mom's not going to use, and you're going to want to put your cards inside the box. And that's what this little cup is for, and that's what this used toothbrush is going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of white paint in here. I'm going to make it real liquidy, where it's not just solid white. And sometimes I like to do this on a sheet of paper that is just a practice sheet, because I want to make sure that my snow droplets are going to be the right consistency. So what you do, you dip your toothbrush in your white paint, and you flick it with your finger, and you can see why you want to do it in a box, because it's pretty messy. So I think that's going to work great. So that's my sample, and now this is my art piece that I want to. And if you ever start doing this splatter stuff, you're just gonna go bananas with it. But please ask your mama first before you do it. I got some big snowflakes in this one. Nothing wrong with that. And look how good they show up on the white. Oh gosh. Oh. Well, you can tell I love doing this. All right. we have our snowmen. And there's our little snowmen ready for your sweet message and ready to mail.